Lai la lai 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 la lai la lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai la lai 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 ya la lai 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 la lai la lai Shana Tova to you, your families, your friends, to those you might be gathered around the table with at home tonight, to everybody gathering together online to welcome Rosh HaShanah this new year. We are grateful to have you in our online world. We look forward to seeing many of you tomorrow in person in the sanctuary, but of course we will remain online. I want to begin our service this evening with the words of Rabbi Chaim of Zantz, who would tell the following story. A sojourner had been wandering about in a forest for several days, not knowing which was the right way out. Suddenly he saw one approaching him. His heart was filled with anticipation. Now I will learn which is the right way, he thought. When they neared one another, he asked, "Please tell me, which is the right way out of this forest? I have been wandering about it for several days." Said the other to him, "I do not know the way out either, for I too have been wandering about here for many, many days. But this I can tell you, do not take the way I have been going, for that will lead you astray. Now, let us look for a new way together." And we are going to do that beginning tonight and over the next several days as we enter this new year. Look for a new way together. We will begin by lighting the candles. Now, some of you might have a machzor, the prayer book, at home, and some of you will have downloaded it online. If you haven't yet done so, you can find it on ramatshalom.org, the upper right-hand corner. So I'll be calling out 2 page numbers tonight. The first page number will be the online page, and the second page will be the one from the machzor. So as we turn to light the candles, I invite you to turn to page 55 or page 28.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Yom Tov.
You can also find right below the candle blessings there the Shehechianu, the blessing that we say tonight to thank God for allowing us to enter, despite all of these challenges we face still this year, a new year, 55 or 28.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech
with us again on 71 or page 44 in the actual Machzor to part of Psalm 121, Esa Einai. When we are feeling fear, we lift up our eyes. Even when we need guidance, we lift up our eyes and look for strength.
Esa Einai el Harim, Ei Yavo Ezri Meim Adonai Oseh Shamayim Va'aretz. Lift my eyes to see the light within the darkness. Lift my spirit to appreciate your hand. Lift my eyes to see the answers to the questions I don't understand. Lift my eyes to see the truth for the illusion. Lift my heart to see the good inside the pain. Lift my eyes to see the reasons for your wishes that I can't explain. Esa Einai el Harim, Me'ayin Yavo Ezri Meim Adonai Oseh Shamayim Va'aretz.
If you choose to at home, we invite you to rise with us on page 58 or online, page 85. And if you're more comfortable or if it's easier just to remain seated, please, you're at your own house, so you do what's comfortable for you. This is the Chatzi Kaddish. Those few blessings and prayers and songs that we sang were designed to just warm us up and get us ready for our Rosh Hashanah evening service. Chatzi Kaddish transitions us into that now.
Yitkadav, Yitkadash, Shemei Rabbah, B'alma divrach yirutei, V'amlich malchutei, B'chayechon, Uvyomechon, V'chayedechol Beit Yisrael, Bagala uvizman karib imru amen. Yehesh merabah mevorach leolam ulamei amaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekutsha b'richu le'elah le'elah mikol birchata v'shirata Shechata v'nechemata damirat bi'alma v'imru amen.
If you are standing with us, we remain standing 89 or 62 for the Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai hamivorach leolam vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Havorach Leolam Vaed.
In lieu of the traditional Ma'ariv Aravim that we have in the Machzor on 62 or 89, we will sing words we often sing on Friday night here in the synagogue, a beautiful blessing that many of you are familiar with, and if you haven't, you can be seated now.
By your gentle grace and unceasing love, you allow your peace to come, and you show your face in the stars above, shining light on everyone. When evening comes, the earth stands still, and the stillness calms our soul. When evening comes, we embrace your will, your peace, our only goal. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bivaro ma'ariv aravim ma'ariv aravim. When evening comes, the earth stands still, and the stillness calms our soul. When evening comes, we embrace your will, your peace, our only goal. Your peace, our only goal. Join us on 99 or page 72. We say, we pray for the world to be filled with ahava, with love. Ahavat olam
Beit
Yisrael Amecha ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu B'shovenu v'kumeinu Nasiach b'chukecha V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha U'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed Ki hem chayenu
תורתך תסיר ממנו לעולמים. Baruch atah Adonai,
Baruch Shemo.
Ohev Amo Yisrael.
On 103 or page 76, you'll find the Shema. Before we say the Shema tonight, I invite you, wherever you are, with whomever you're with, just to spend a moment, your eyes closed, breathing. This has been quite a year. May this new year be a better year. We've made it here. We've made it here together as individuals, as families, as friend groups, as a community. I invite you now to say the Shema with us tonight, a prayer that reminds us that there's unity, and together we are united.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha vehayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha veshinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam Beshivtecha beveitecha uvlechtecha vaderech uvshochbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha ve'ayu letotafot ben enecha uchtaftam al mezuzot betecha uvisharecha.
So in the Via Havta, which the cantor just chanted, we have the reminder that we put this mezuzah on our doorpost to bless us when we come and to bless us when we go, because life is filled with a lot of coming and a lot of going and a lot of crossing and a lot of journeys and a lot of travels. And we're entering a new threshold of the year, and it's been a journey. And as we cross into this new year, we give thanks. We also look inwards and reflect on our lives and how we want to grow as we cross this new threshold. And we look behind us and we think, wow, what a journey it has been. And this is a theme that runs throughout our tradition, runs throughout the Torah. It's a theme that we highlight and sing about as we turn together to 117 or page 90. This is Micha Mocha, the song our ancestors sang when they looked behind us after the Red Sea had parted and looked before them and they had a desert they had to wander through to get to the Holy Land. It's kind of like us right now. We've got great things out there. We've had challenging things back there. And now let's find the strength to move forward. We can find some of that strength as we sing together on 117 or 90.
Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai, Micha Mocha nedar b'kodesh, Norat teilot osei veleh, Malchutecha ra'u banecha, bokeh Moshe, Zeli anu Yaakov, ugalo miad chazak mimenu. Baruch atah Adonai, Gaal Yisrael.
And as we look back and as we look forward, we might feel a little overwhelmed. That's normal. And so we surround ourselves now in the blessing of the Hashkivenu on 119 or 92. The blessings that we say, help us, God, as we lie down, as we get up, as we go about our days in this new year. Help us to find that strength within us to move forward. Sing together.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Hamidenu Malkeinu l'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Hamidenu Malkeinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Hamidenu Malkeinu
We're going to have some time now for some quiet reflection in your homes here in the sanctuary. We turn to 131 or 104 for the silent Amidah, but we start together with the words at the top there, words that we should say before we open our mouths anytime. Adonai Sefatai Tiftach, open my mouth, God, and let it say good and powerful things.
Adonai Sfatai Tiftach, Adonai Sfatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha, Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha. Adonai Sfatai Tiftach, Adonai Sfatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha, Ufi
take your time now running through the words you can find in front of you in the prayer book online, or I should say in the prayer book it goes through 124. You can skim through the words in the book or just spend some time quietly together in your homes. But remember, even if you're alone in your home, you're not alone because you're part of this sacred community tonight. You can join us on 126 in the actual Machzor or page 153 online.
יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני צורי וגואלי. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable unto you, O God. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני צורי
During these holy days, as we begin this new year, one of our jobs is to dive deeper into ourselves and to understand more about who we are and become better about how we go about living our lives. In order to do this, we must learn to acknowledge the truth. And doing so isn't easy. It's something we must constantly strive to do. It's a sign, Judaism says, of true wisdom, of constantly striving to embrace the truth. The great Rabbi Nachman of Breslov teaches us that one who always wants to be victorious is very intolerant of truth. The truth may be staring him in the face, he says,
But because he is determined to win at all cost, he ignores it completely. If you want to find the real truth, you must rid yourself, he says, of the urge to win. Then you will be able to see the truth if you wish. But for so many of us, in our minds, Rabbi Nachman's words mean that we need to be a loser in order to find the truth. We fail to see that by recognizing who we really are, what our life really is, what our relationships actually consist of, where our career path is leading us, why we do what we do, and when it is that we feel truly content, we're coming face to face with our truth. And in doing so, we are winners, even if that means the truth leaves us uncomfortable, pushes us to shift directions or change goals, modify our expectations, and redefine ourselves. By digging deep and listening to our soul, listening to our heart, listening to ourselves this new year, the truth is going to rattle us. It might make us feel lost. But when we allow it to guide us, we will find our true selves. These days, as we rightfully hide behind masks to protect our truth, or righteously refuse to wear a mask to protect the violation of our truth, we're living in a pandemic not only defined by COVID, but by judgment. There is so much judgment out there. And whether we wear a mask or not, my judgment, your judgment, their judgment is visible for all the world to see. We know we are right, and we are disgusted by those who are wrong, and we despise those who attempt to silence our truth, and yet we work tirelessly to silence their truth. We do so because our truth is right and their truth is wrong. But what if? What if we might be wrong? The mere suggestion that you might be wrong makes some of you cringe right now. And this makes sense because, as Rabbi Nachman taught us, one who always wants to be victorious is very intolerant of truth. And as we seek truth, let's be honest, our intolerance transcends masks and vaccines. We live in a society where being humble, accepting that someone else might be right, listening to other points of views, debating with our family and friends and neighbors about countless topics. This makes us uncomfortable, and these days, very few of us are willing to be uncomfortable. So as a result, we stop seeking the truth. We embrace our truth, even though it might not be the truth. John Milton, who lived from 1608 to 1674, lots of you might know him as the author of Paradise Lost. He was one of England's greatest poets and also one of the foremost political philosophers in England. And he teaches us the following. And though all the winds of doctrine were let loose to play upon the earth, so truth be in the field. we do injuriously by licensing and prohibiting to misdoubt her strength. Let her and falsehood grapple. Whoever knew truth put to the worse in a free and open encounter. Truth emerges victorious through a free and open encounter. It is this free and open encounter that we need to engage in ourselves over the next several days. Ideally, we should have a free and open encounter about life and relationships with those we are connected with as we begin this new year. And a free and open encounter should be allowed to characterize the way we interact as a community, as a people. Because from such an encounter comes truth. And as we engage in these encounters, may we have the fortitude to welcome uncertainty and discomfort, which comes from the realization that we may be wrong. That doesn't make us losers or weak or bad. It means we are truth seekers. And this is good. This is holy work. Let us remember, as Vincent Price, the president of Duke University, said at this year's convocation, some truths are self-evident, and some are not. Learning to question your truth, hear the truth of others, and courageously adjust to a new truth. This is what the new year is all about. And I wish us all a Shana Tova as we search for truth together. I invite you, if you'd like to join us, to rise together for Aleinu, which you can find on 1229 or 1202. And Aleinu basically says that our job, as the prayer tells us to bend our knees and bow, is to use the bodies that we have been given, the minds that we have been given, the eyes, the ears, the ability to communicate. Our obligation is to search for what is true. 1202 or 1229.
Aleinu l'shabach l'adon hakol, latet gedula leotzer breshit, shenatan lanu Torah emet, v'chaye olam nata b'tochenu, v'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Ne'emar, Hai Adonai, lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, Yehieh Adonai echad, bayom hahu Yehieh Adonai echad u'shmo echad, bayom hahu Yehieh Adonai echad.
As we come to the end of our Erev Rosh HaShanah service, I invite you to turn with us to 1243 or 1216 as we remember our loved ones who are no longer physically here with us, but spiritually remain a part of us and who are so there with us as we enter this new year. Tonight, marking yard sites, we remember Morris Goldenberg, Stephen Goldstein, Mitchell Haas, Betha Dwaskin, Gertrude Leeds, Lauren Perlstein, Morris Steckel, Billy Schulman, Bessie Schwartz, Irma Tescher, Elaine Kuttner, Rose Wachtel, Harold Kostridge, Regina Cates, Harriet Marks, and Lou Schved. You can find the Mourner's Kaddish on 1216 or 1243, as we say this together. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divarach hiruteh, v'amlich malchuteh, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agala uv'izman kariv v'imeru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarak v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha brichu. Le'ela mikol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel ve'imeru. Amen. May the memory of all those righteous souls that we think of only serve as a blessing. And before we continue, I just want to point out that in this Kaddish we repeat the word le'ela, a word that really means elevated, because we get a little bit closer to the holy place during this time of year, and so we are closer to the souls that are dwelling up there, and we connect with them a little bit more deeply at moments like this.
Those who sow in tears will reap in joy, will reap in joy. Those who sow in tears will reap in joy. It's the song of the dreamers. From a dark place it grows, like a flower in the desert, the oasis of our souls. Come back where we belong. You who hear our longing cries, our mouths, our lips
which we want to bring in this new year. And it's why our service tonight ends with the Kiddush, the blessing over the wine, our symbol of joy, of course, the motzi, and the blessing over the apple, which we'll put a little bit of honey on afterwards. Rise with us if you want.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen
L'chaim. So some of you know that we use a round challah as we begin the new year, and there's lots of different reasons. You know, one of my favorite reasons is you can cut around challah to look like the new moon, which if you go outside tonight and you've got really good eyesight, maybe a decent telescope, if you look up, you might see a sliver of the new moon of Tishrei, the new moon of the year up there, ready for us to begin and embrace. And so we say the blessing over the challah now.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
We've got some apple and honey. Cantor, you want to lead us in the blessing?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri ha'etz.
May it be a year of sweetness for all of us. We're going to sing Adon Olam together, a reminder. Hopefully things will not change, but we just check your email and make certain that we're still expecting some of you here in the sanctuary tomorrow morning. You'll have to have pre-registered for that. Please make certain if you do come that you bring your masks. Masks are required at all times in the sanctuary. Social distancing as well, but please make certain that you have registered for that. Check your email for that information or Facebook for that as well.
Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Le'ed Asa B'Chefzo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Be'ado Av Kiruchi Be'elishan Be'aira Be'iruchi Geviati Adonai li Velo ira Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Adon Olam.
Shana Tova. We'll see you again. Lots of you in person tomorrow, hopefully, and lots of you online as well. A safe, happy, healthy, joyful, meaningful. Any other adjectives I'm leaving out?
Joyous?
Joyous New Year to everybody.
Lishana Tova Tikateru Lishana Tova Tikateru Tikateru Tikateru
thank Harold for accompanying us this evening and Eddie for being back there manning the tech. Thank you. And again, see you soon. Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.